Is anybody there? Hello? I can't see a darn thing. I just came outside from my very cool house and my glasses are frogged up. Yeah, frogged up, not fogged up. Oh, hi. I look like a hot mess. You know why I look like a hot mess? I woke up at 2 and I went back to sleep at like, I don't know, 5:30. And my alarm went off at 7. And I don't think I slept very good between 5:30 and 7. It's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day. But I'll be back, okay? Okay. Hi there. We're headed back home. Penelope understood the assignment. Made it happen pretty quick. Okay, moving on to last night. Naomi was the only one that showed up. I said, "Where's your sister?" And she goes, "Girl, come sit down on the couch. Do I have some tea to spill for you?" I said, okay. And there again, who knows how much of this story is true? All I know is Phoenix wasn't there. Well, she starts out with, well, girl, you know she's a Virgo. I said, yeah, I do. She goes, you know how Virgos like to talk back. I said, my mama was a Virgo. I'm very well aware of the Virgos talking. Yes, I'm very aware. I was raised with that talking, okay? She'd talk me, when I was in trouble. Talk to me until she was blue in the face and I just wanted to crawl in the floor. Well, anyway, Phoenix, I don't know. I think she was probably tired. She was whining, complaining, being a 6-year-old. And her mom told her, if you don't settle down, you're not gonna get to go to Miss Tracy's. Now that's the punishment. They don't get to come to my house if they're in trouble, because my house is the party house, I guess. I really have evolved into my mother, because my house was kind of the fun house to go to, because the music could be loud and we could go to the basement and dance around. I just wish I had a basement. Y'all go to the basement and turn your music up, because that loud music, especially their music, gets on my nerves. I don't know what it is. It's some woman yelling. I don't know. So she told Phoenix to go to her room and stay there until she could calm herself down. Well, Phoenix broke the cardinal rule, apparently. She kept talking, and she kept talking all the way down the hall to her bedroom, and her mom heard her talking and talking and talking, not saying, "Oh, thank you, mother dearest." Yeah, she was kind of talking back. So then she went in her room and shut the door, and she was still in there talking. And apparently she was talking loud enough to where her mother could hear her. So her mother told her that she may as well go to sleep, because she was not coming to my house. So she went to sleep after, I guess, she got through talking, and Naomi came over, and a good time was had by all. Hold on, please, okay? Okay, so when I went to the grocery store yesterday, I thought it would be a great idea to buy stuff to make s'mores. I bought the graham crackers. They had it all right there together, like it was just calling my name. They had these giant Nestle chocolate bars, the one big, you know what I mean. And then they had the great big marshmallows, okay? And I thought, well, that would be fun, because I can put them in my air fryer, and we can make a couple of them, and that'll be great. Well, since Phoenix didn't get to participate, she didn't get her participation trophy last night, I didn't want to mention it, because I didn't want Naomi to run home and tell Phoenix, we got to have s'mores and you didn't, because she would. She just would. So I saved those until later. Well, then Phoenix got to come over. Well, she didn't get to come over. Phoenix came over, And I said, "Are you supposed to be here?" And she had the saddest little look on her face, and it nearly broke me into a million pieces. Well, then Naomi, her second mother, took her outside and I think lit into her. So I went out there and kind of broke that up. I mean, she wasn't yelling at her. She was just standing arms crossed, talking to her like a mother. And I texted Mom because she wasn't home. She had gone to pick up. The three oldest don't drive or don't have cars. So she's constantly having to run, drop off, and pick up because they work and they go to the movies with their friends and stuff like that. So anyway, well, about that time, she pulls in. So Naomi tells Phoenix, "Well, you go down there and you talk to Mom." And I was like, oh. It gave me a little bit of anxiety. It took me back to my childhood because even though my mom was the fun mom and we had a great time, she was also not the mom that you wanted to get in trouble with because she didn't play. She didn't threaten, "Wait till your daddy gets home." She took care of business. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyway, I had a little bit of anxiety return with that. Not that my mom ever, whatever. You know, it's just one of those moments when you have to go talk to Mom as a 6-year-old, not as a grown woman. I never, yeah. After I was grown, my mom was my best friend. She wasn't this feared person anymore. She was like, "You make me sound like I was a horrible mom." I said, "No, you were a great mom because you kept me in line." That's all I'm saying. Yeah, because I was afraid to break the law, as it were, the Shirley law. Anyway, so they left. Well, I come back in thinking it would be a good idea to go ahead and practice on a s'more, right? I mean, you got to practice. Make sure it's right. Make sure the cracker breaks right. I told y'all that story. My uncle took care of this woman in her latter years of life, and if he brought home the wrong graham crackers and they didn't break correctly, she would throw the box at him. Now, he was a very patient man. He was a lot like me. We're very patient people. And he just was like, "Okay, Addie." And he continued to take care of her. And him and his wife and his children, they all took care of her because she lived right next door until she died. So I grab a graham cracker. Now, these are not gluten-free graham crackers because I've tried those. And those have, I forgot what it was. It has something in them that my tender tummy doesn't like, and they tore me up, the gluten-free ones. But I thought, well, gosh, it's just 1 graham cracker. So I put the little piece of chocolate, 2 little bars, you know. They're the shape of the little miniatures. I put 2 little bars, and then I got the fat marshmallows, and I put one of them on it, and I just popped it in the toaster, okay? So the toaster was cooking the marshmallow just like when you put it in a fire, and it got it all black and charred. Well, when I took it out, you could lift that charred part off, and the rest of it was all gooey. I mean, it was so delicious. I couldn't even eat all of it because it was so sweet. But that marshmallow, I mean, to be honest, I'm not even going to have another one. I'm just going to put a marshmallow in the toaster because I enjoyed that more than I did the chocolate and the graham cracker. Well, as we know, as most of us know, I am gluten and dairy free. Now, the chocolate doesn't bother me, I guess because the milk is cooked in the chocolate. But I can't just drink milk or eat cheese. But I can eat like cornbread where milk has been cooked into it, just in case you need to know. Okay, so gluten causes me to have a lot of different reactions, okay? One of the reactions is vertigo. If I eat too much gluten, I will get vertigo. I mean, can't walk across the room without running into stuff vertigo. Turning your head the wrong way and just the vertigo. Yeah, bad vertigo if I eat too much gluten. But if I eat a little gluten, then it causes sinus distress, okay? So I'm all snotty, which adds to the vertigo issue. yeah, if I get too congested here, then it affects the vertigo, because the vertigo didn't go away. I just keep it under control with the lack of gluten in my diet, okay? And a friend of mine told me that. No doctor told me that. A doctor's not going to tell you to go off gluten. I don't know why. They don't want to admit that food is the problem. But anyway, I went off gluten and my vertigo went away. And I waited and I waited and I waited until I was good and well, and I mean months. And I ate more gluten. And my vertigo came back. And I came off of it again and it went away. And I waited months and months and months. And then I ate something else that had gluten in it and it came back. And I was like, okay, Tracy, I think we have confirmed that gluten is the problem. Yeah. Well, another thing that gluten does to me is it gives me anxiety. So when I woke up at 2, I was having little bitty mini panic attacks for no reason. Yeah, it was fun. So I'd take a deep breath and I'd jerk my head up, and then I would lay back down, and then I would jerk my head up, and all I kept thinking was, you idiot, you did this to yourself. You did this to yourself. So I am to blame for my lack of sleep. That's hard to admit, you know. But I'll be fine. Yeah, I just won't have any more graham crackers. The girls can eat the graham crackers. I'll just toast me a little marshmallow and be quite happy. But I did have a good time with Naomi yesterday. She played on my iPad, and then we went through my jewelry. She was cold because my house is cold. And we went back to my bedroom to get her some socks. And then I said, what size shoe do you wear? And she said, like a 5. And I said, oh, well, that's what I wear. And I was looking, because I have too many pairs of boots that I don't wear. And she goes, oh, wait, a women's? I wear a 7. And I was like, well, I said, are you sure you wear a 7? Because her foot doesn't look that much bigger than mine, right? And she goes, yeah, it's a 7. She's 9, okay? So I walk over to her. I take my little size 3 croc off, and I put my foot up next to hers, and I pulled a Shirley. Yes, I did. And I said, oh, S-H-I-T. And then I gasped in horror that I had said this cursey in front of her, because it just came out. It wasn't planned. And I was like, oh, I can't believe I just cussed. She laughed so hard. She said, that's okay. Mom says it all the time. I was like, mine did too. It was kind of our word. It just is. It just happens. I didn't mean to say it though. But she was cracking up. But anyway, I gave her some bracelets. And I gave her this necklace. And I've got a necklace pulled out to give to Phoenix when she can come over. And she can't wear my bracelets because her little wrists aren't big enough yet. But Naomi's, they weren't falling off her arm. So y'all know I used to sell jewelry, so I was just like, here, pick some out. And she picked one out, and I said, you can't have that. She said, you said pick some out. I said, yeah, but that was my mom's. You can't have that. And my sister gave me that one. You can't have that. And that one's Pandora, so you definitely can't have that. I'm talking of these. Let's just be Pacific, also known as specific, okay? Okay. That's enough for this video. Remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. I hope he's coming back soon, because people be crazy. And I will talk to you on the next Tracy Tries. Toodles, my noodles, and stay silly, my friends. Goodbye.